What's up YouTube, it's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel. Now before we get started with today's video, the road to 200 subs has now officially come to a close, and we are now on the road to 500 subs. Who knows, maybe we might hit 500 subs by the end of the year. Only time will tell. But as I have said in previous videos, if this channel does get to 500 subs, I will open up this Korean LOB booster box in its entirety on the channel that I got from my partners over at Collector Store. So be sure to check them out. Link and address will be in the description below. By excuse me, by checking them out, not only does it support them, it also supports the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it, on the hopes to potentially pull a Blue Eyes White Dragon, a Dark Magician, a Red Eyes Black Dragon, a Piece of Exodia, Monster Reborn, Pot of Greed. The possibilities are out there. However, if this channel gets to 1,000 subs, I will open up this first edition Toon Chaos box in its entirety on the channel that I also got from my partners at Collector Store, on the hopes to potentially pull my second ever Collector's Rare. Because it wouldn't be the first time that I pulled a Collector's Rare, because I also pulled this. A Collector's Rare Beat Cop from the Underworld, fresh out of my Genesis Impact box opening that I did several months back. Honestly, this thing looks absolutely incredible. The centering looks amazing. I am planning to get this graded at some point. I just don't know when. But with that being said, if you guys want to see those boxes get opened, maybe you guys want more episodes of WWE's Biggest Issue. Maybe you guys want more episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue, deck profiles, card discussions, WWE topic videos, or maybe, just maybe, you guys want some premium live event predictions and results. Well, if you guys want all of that and more, my channel is the place to be. So if you guys are new to the channel, and I know that a lot of you guys are, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Excuse me. Turn on the notification bell and follow me on all of my social media. My ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And I want you guys to post in the comments below answering the question of the day, which is this. Which actually, it kind of ties with today's video, but I want to get your guys' honest opinion on one thing. Do you guys believe that the Horus deck could make its way into the meta? Let me know down in the comments below. because for today's video, I'm going to be talking about the new Horus support cards that will be in the newest upcoming core set, Phantom Nightmare. Now, this will be a bit of a short video because there are only 2 cards to talk about in today's video, but I must admit the artworks on these cards are absolutely insane. So let's not waste any time and get straight into it. Kicking things off is the first card, known as Horus the Black Flame Deity, which is an 8-star fire dragon with 3,000 attack, 1,800 defense, and both of its effects are once per turn. And the first effect reads, if you control a Horus monster and King's Sarcophagus, excuse me, you can reveal this card in your hand and send 1 card from your hand or field to the grave. Send 1 card from the field to the grave. So this is basically removal with a fuck ton of steps. So if you have, let's say for example you've got Horus the Black Flame Dragon level 8 and King's Sarcophagus. You can reveal this card in your hand and send any card that you want from your hand or field to your graveyard. So let's say for example you have, I'll say, an Ash Blossom that's dead in your hand. You can't. It's breaking your hand completely, and there's like no way for you to use it. You pitch it from your hand to your graveyard, and you basically just pop any card that's on the field. You could pop potentially one of your opponent's floodgates. You know cards like Summon Limit. There can be only one. What else? Anti-Spell would be another interesting card that you could that you can pop as well. That's actually pretty cool. It does have a couple of steps, but it is a pretty nice piece of removal. The second effect reads, if a face-up King's Sarcophagus and or Horus monster other than this card you control leaves the field by an opponent's card effect, you can special summon this card from your hand, then you can send all of the monsters on the field to the graveyard. This is basically Dark Hole. This is basically Dark Hole on steroids, which is absolutely insane. The only way that it can get outed is if your opponent were to interact with it, but I don't think there is a way to interact with it because of the fact that you would need to summon it on the board, and your opponent really can't do anything about it. The only way that they could do something about it is if they used Appaloosa on the effect activation of this card. But if they don't have anything to interact with it, then it essentially just becomes a Dark Hole, which is probably one of the best pieces of removal that this archetype actually has. And even I must admit, even I have to admit, Horus does have potential to be a meta deck, if you will, but we're still missing a lot of key cards. Potentially an Xyz monster, a tuner monster, a synchro. There's a lot of cards that we're potentially missing. That we're missing. It's possible. It's possible, but only time will tell. And now for the last card, it is Stonewall of the Imperial Tombs, which is the field spell for them. And it says that the second effect is a once per turn, and it has 3 separate effects. The first effect says this card's name becomes King Sarcophagus while in the field zone. So you basically have six copies of King Sarcophagus, which is absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. Nothing else to say about that. Second effect reads, during your main phase, you can add 1 Horus monster from your deck to your hand, then place 1 card from your hand on the bottom of the deck. So this basically is kind of like a card trader effect, if you will, where you can send a card from your hand back into the deck, shuffle it, and then draw a new one. This is basically that, but different. This has sort of like a card trader / Rhoda effect, if you will, which there's not much to say about that. The third effect reads if you activate the effect of Horus the Black Flame Deity, you can draw 1 card. So ironically enough, you're basically going to be running at least 2, maybe 3 copies of Horus the Black Flame Deity, and that right there basically gives you a pot of greed. That's actually pretty nuts. But being able to draw, to just draw and try and draw out some of your combo pieces is actually pretty cool. Although I will admit, the Horus deck, it still needs work. It still needs work. There's still a lot of cards that we definitely need to make this a true bona fide meta deck, but it is but it is what it is. But with that being said, guys, I know this was relatively short, but honestly, these two cards, who knows? Maybe it might help change the meta, but I doubt it. But only time will tell. But with that being said, that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more card discussions in the future, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on all my social media. My ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.